What's poppin', everybody? Welcome to episode 9. Happy Car Talk Tuesday. You guys having a great day. Today's episode is gonna be a little on the darker side. It's gonna be about death. I know last episode we were talking about aging, so I guess a death today is kind of appropriate, but kind of how I wanted to talk about how I look at it. I was talking about it with my some co-workers yesterday at Tropical, because this person was recently would get like panic attacks if they thought about death, which I understand because I've been in the same boat, and sometimes I do get in the same boat because it's, it's a scary topic. You don't want to die. You don't know. Because like religion is a thing, and I'm religious myself. Personally, I'm Catholic, but at the same time, you do never know. You don't know. A person who's dead can go back and talk to us. You know what I mean? And tell us what's after. It's more of, if you're religious, what you have faith in, and if you're not, then they believe that, it's gone. It goes black. But I kind of want to talk about how there is some things, what I personally find more scarier than death, and it's kind of how I look at life, because it is an inevitable thing. It's gonna happen. I do try to make the most out of life, since you are gonna die eventually. I feel like that's overall the best way to look at it, to not get really overwhelmed and have like an anxiety attack or like a panic attack or something like that. You want to use your time on this earth, and that's also the reason why I have that bucket list, because I want to complete that before I die. But what I feel like would be scarier is, let's say you die, and let's say, I'm just going to use me as an example because of the religion I believe in, but let's say you go up to heaven, and God shows you this person, and it's you, and you go to the person and you tell him, this is not me, that's not me, and he's like, it's who you could have been, who you should have been, but instead you were doing this instead. And that to me is scarier, to know I could have done so much more but decided to not to, for whether it's short-term pleasure, whether it's because I just don't want to do it, I don't have the motivation or discipline to do it. To me, that's scarier than death itself. And what I find is also scarier than death itself is, let's say I'm at the end of the road and I'm looking back on life, on what I did, and I have barely any experiences, barely anything to my name, or I just had a very bland, boring life. To me, I would feel at that point that I completely wasted my life. And that is what, I guess, that's what my fear is. I don't want to waste my life. And, one way to look at it, on the more positive note, looking at it like that, there's a few things. You become a little more grateful of everything. You become more of a go-getter because you're trying to get the most out of life, getting the most out of each day. you overall are more productive and you do more. Essentially, you do more. So I do feel like if someone you're experiencing that, or you're afraid of death, look at it as a way of, I mean, you kind of have to be a little realistic about it. You know, it's an inevitable thing. No one really knows what happens after, depending on what your fate is, or we don't know at the end of the day. But use your time that you have on Earth to get the most out of life. Do the most. If you want, you can even look at it as, you can even look at it, let's say you want to learn something, but you're worried you're gonna fail. Now this is a pretty dark way to look at it, but you go for it, because you're gonna die anyways. You might as well just try it. It's not don't as a dark way to look at it, but you know, it's one way to look at it. To just fuck it. You know what I mean? Just say fuck it. You're gonna die anyways, might as well just do it. If it's a goal that you want to reach, go for it. What's the alternative? I feel like that's the best way to look at it. What's the alternative? But yeah, I feel like use death as more of a motivation to do the most. I think that's the best way to look at it. I feel like over the years, by me looking at it, I look at it as now a better thing than really a bad thing, because I feel like it's very, villainized almost, which is understandable. But if you change your perspective a little bit, you don't get so stressed out about it anymore. But it's all about perspective. And to that, I hope you guys have a good day. And I hope I didn't bring down your guys' day. Because I try to end these car talks with a positive note, with a positive end to it, a twist. Because you need some positivity into this world. But I hope you guys have a great day. See ya.